Hello, I'm Dennis Dunphy, co-founder of Stick Mobility. Today's session, we're going to do 20-minute workout combining the Stick Mobility with the Naboso mat for awesome, amazing feedback. The focus of the workout is fascial tensioning. How do we connect everything from the feet to the hands and vice versa? All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up on the mat with our feet close together, and we're going to take a split stance. So let's start with the right foot back first. So we want a nice healthy step back. Keep your back heel elevated so that your back toes are in extension. We're going to place the stick at 12 o'clock position. And the bottom of the stick is just about 4 or 5 inches in front of the left toes right here. So as you can see, I'm shifting my weight predominantly forward to my left leg. I'm going to work that contralateral pattern. So my right hand is going to be right in about the middle of the stick. The stick that I'm using is 6 foot in length. Take your left hand and place it on top, just about top of the head level. And the very first thing we're gonna do is with the left hand, push the stick into the floor at about 40 to 50% tension. So we're driving the stick down. As soon as you do that, you're gonna feel your whole left arm line activate, create tension all the way into the shoulder, left lat, and into your core. From here, I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to push the stick forward with my right hand, actively pushing. And now with my feet, I'm going to try to split or lengthen the mat. So the left foot is driving forward and the right foot is driving back. I'm trying to spread the mat and increase the length of the floor. And now I'm going to reverse. So now I'm going to pull in with my right hand and I'm going to try to shorten the mat with my feet. So my left foot is trying to pull the mat towards me, and so is my right foot. We're trying to meet each other. And now let's switch. Spread again. About 40% tension. Keep that tension constant in that top hand, pushing that stick down, spreading the floor apart, lengthening it, and now pulling everything in towards your center. You're trying to actively draw everything in towards your center line. And relax. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Switch hand position. Left hand is in the middle of the stick. Step back with the left foot. And the right hand is up top, just about top of the head level. With the right hand, we're going to push the stick into the floor at 40 to 50% tension. You're going to feel that same arm line activation all the way down into the right shoulder, right lat, and into your oblique sling. And now, with the left hand, push the stick forward. So active push with the left hand, reflexive pull with the right. And I'm spreading the floor. So I'm trying to lengthen the mat right now. And now shorten. Now I'm actively pulling the stick towards me with my left hand, reflexively pushing with my right, and I'm trying to shorten the mat with both feet. Now spread the floor apart. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Shorten. Try to keep your weight centered. Don't shift your weight back or forward. Try to keep it steady. And relax. Now, this time we're going to add some rotation in. So, we're going to place the stick across the low back parallel with the floor. Set your feet close together. Let's step back with the right foot again. Once again, right heel is up, so my right toes are in extension. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take the right end of the stick and I'm going to move it forward towards my center. So now you're going to get your spiral lines, rotate the spine, and then place the end of the stick on the floor. And I'm going to pull apart on the stick. So that means right now my right hand is pushing down into the floor and my left hand is driving up towards the ceiling. And I'm simultaneously trying to lengthen the floor again with my feet. I'm trying to pull the floor apart. Hold for about 6 to 10 seconds. Ease off. And now let's switch sides. So we're going to go ipsilateral also. So rotate the left side down, place it on the floor, and pull apart on the stick, and also pull apart on the mat. Breathe. So my left leg is driving forward, my right leg is driving back. Ease off. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Right side forward. Ready? Pull apart on that stick at about 40 to 50% tension and pull that floor apart. You're gonna feel those feet really grabbing the mat, trying to pull it apart. Breathe. Ease off. Let's switch sides. Pull apart on the stick. As you can see, I put the stick on the floor to give me that added stability while I'm in this position so I'm not falling over. And relax. Come back up. And now let's switch feet. That lead quad may get a little bit fatigued, so do about 2 to 3 reps per side or whatever that anterior tissue can handle. All right. Step back with the left foot. Nice big split, so don't be too dainty with that step. Once again, now left foot is back, so let's start with the left side of the stick coming down and forward towards the floor. Once it's on the floor, pull apart, and now spread the floor apart. Right foot is driving back or forward, left foot is driving back, left hand is pushing down towards the floor, and the right hand is driving up towards the ceiling. Ease off. And now the right side. Pull apart on the stick and pull apart on the floor. Full inhale, full exhale. Ease off. Okay, let's do that one more time each side. Ready? Left side down and pull. Full inhale, full exhale. Ease off. Switch sides. Right side down and pull. Pulling apart on that stick and pulling the floor apart or pulling the mat apart. And relax. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna work the deadlift without actual external load, all right? So we're gonna pull apart on the mat, but we're also gonna corkscrew, so you're gonna try to externally rotate the hips outward, all right? Set your feet wherever you typically set your deadlift position, all right? Make sure the hands are a little bit wider than the legs, okay? So let's go to the bottom. Let's do a traditional position versus an RDL deadlift position. So we're gonna drop our butt down. The stick should be right about mid-shin. Back is straight, head up. At 50% tension, I want you to pull apart on the stick first. So we're trying to lengthen it. And as you pull it apart, you should feel your whole posterior chain activate. Your lats should engage. And now corkscrew the floor. So you're trying to externally rotate both hips. So the left foot right now is trying to turn out counterclockwise, and my right foot is trying to turn out clockwise. Maintain that line of tension as you slowly start to stand up. Squeeze the glutes. Make sure you tuck your pelvis so that you bring your hips all the way into full extension, and then back down. Ease off tension when you get to the bottom. All right, so now we're gonna amp it up a little bit more. Here we go, ready? Let's go 70%. Pull. Pull apart on that stick and corkscrew the floor. Externally try to rotate those hips. Stand up. Squeezing the glutes, tucking that pelvis. And back down. Maintaining those same lines of tension. Ease off. Okay, let's go one more. Let's give it about 80% tension this time. Here we go. Ready? Pull. Spread that floor apart. Try to externally rotate those hips and come up slowly. Squeeze the glutes. Tuck that pelvis. Pulling that mat apart. And then down slow. okay? Always remember, force is the language of the cells, all right? So they just are trying to give the input from the brain. How much force do you want me to apply, all right? Now, the next thing we're gonna do is a little RDL, offset lever. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build some tension into the floor, but then can you control that tension when you go ahead to release it, all right? So first thing we're gonna do, let's take that lever and extend it to your left side. So my right hand has an underhand grip and my left hand has an overhand grip right now. Elbows about 90 degrees. We're gonna bring that left hip into flexion, all right? And now from here, we're gonna go into our hinge. So we're going into that RDL. When we get to the end of the RDL, we're gonna put the stick on the floor. Take that left hand and actively push the stick towards the ground. Do not lean on the stick. So if you see what I just did here, I'm shifting all my body weight to the stick. That is not what we're looking for. As you push that left hand down, try to keep your head over your right foot and load that right leg. And now come up. And can you control that movement when you release the tension? Go back in. Ready? So active pushing with that left hand. Driving, as you push that left hand down, you should feel that increased tension all the way through that right leg. Drive up and repeat. Driving that left heel back also. So make sure that left heel, that try to straighten that left knee. Drive up. Let's go one more rep. Create that tension. That added flex of the stick is there to add energy to the kinetic chain. Drive up. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and switch sides. All right. So lever is on the right side now. Underhand grip on the left hand, overhand grip on the right. Feet together. Let's bring the right hip up into flexion. Go into your hinge. Put the stick on the floor. With the right hand, push down towards the floor. As you push, you're going to feel that all the way down to that left leg. Drive up. And now let's go 3 more reps. Back down. Push. So I'm driving my right heel back also. I'm trying to get my right leg as straight as possible. Drive up. 2 more reps. Here we go. Hinge. Push. Active push with the right hand. Reflexive pull with the left. 1 more. Rep 4. Remember, no leaning on the stick. If the stick were to suddenly disappear, you shouldn't fall over. There we go. Nicely done. Now, next thing we do, let's open up some thoracic rotation and let's pull apart those hips on that frontal plane right now. So we're going to set our stick once again across the low spine, across the low back, parallel to the floor, and we're going to take a nice wide base with the feet. Okay. From here, let's go into our hinge. So I'm going to push the hips backwards, soft angle at the knees, so the lower leg bones are centered on the ankle joints. From here, do not shift your weight in the hips. Keep your weight centered. Take the right end of the stick and bring it down and across your body. Once you get to your end range of motion, and that means where you don't have to shift your weight, just place the stick on the ground. From here, at about 40% tension, pull apart on the stick. And now simultaneously pull apart on the mat. So right now my feet are pushing out to the sides to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Think about your analog clock system. Breathe. Ease off tension. And now let's switch sides. Take that left hand, come down and across your body only as far as you can without shifting your weight. You're going to feel that stretching all through your thoracic spine here on the right side, ribs opening up, chest. And now at about 40% tension, pull apart on the stick. So that means my left hand is driving down, my right hand is driving up, and now my feet are pulling the mat apart, east and west, or 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Ease off tension. Let's go one more to each side. Once the stick is on the floor, pull apart. And spread the floor with those feet. You're pushing directly sideways with the feet. Come back to center. Let's go one more. Bring the left side of the stick down. Place it on the floor. And again, pull apart on the stick. Pull, breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. Pulling apart on that mat. And relax. Okay. Now, we're going to work medial and lateral tissues while we add some rotation in, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pull as we rotate away from our center, and we're going to push as we rotate back towards our center. That means the feet are doing the same exact thing. When we pull, the feet are trying to pull away from each other, and when we come back to center, the feet are trying to pull the mat together or try to shorten the mat, all right? Set your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Hands about the same distance, a little wider than shoulder width apart, okay? Nice tall spine, nice tall legs. Pull apart on that stick at about 40 to 50% tension. And now pull apart on that floor. So the feet are pushing out to 3 and 9. And now rotate to the right. You can let the hips turn. Keep the feet locked to the floor. When you come back, push. Shorten the stick. And now try to pull the feet in toward your center. Try to shorten that mat. And relax. As you did that, you should have felt all your medial tissues just activating. Okay, ready? Here we go. Pull 40 to 50% tension. Pull apart on that floor. And now rotate to the left. Breathe. And now push. Drive everything back to your center. Relax. Let's go one more in each direction. Here we go. Ready? Pull. Driving those feet out to 3 and 9. Rotate to your right. Come back to center. Push. Close the mat. One more. Ready? Pull. Feet are driving out to 3 and 9. Trying to lengthen that stick. And now push. And relax. And the last thing we're going to do is our lateral tissue line from the side of the feet all the way up to the side of the head. Human bow and arrow. Let's take our feet about shoulder width apart. Place the stick at 3 o'clock. Right elbows at 90 degrees. Let's keep those hip bones facing 12 o'clock. So we don't want to rotate the hips right now. We want to keep those square. So lock and connect this to this. Left hand over the top. Let's push the hips out to 9 o'clock first, and then let's extend the arms away. Keep the legs straight, and now pull the floor apart with the feet. You're trying to push out to 3 and 9 as you're pushing the hip out to 9 and the arms out to 3. Ease off. Let's rotate the stick slightly so we're not flexing in the same direction all the time. And again, hips out to 9 o'clock first. There's a passive stretch. Extend the arms out. There's your activation. And now pull the floor apart, east and west, or 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And relax. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Stick is at 9 o'clock. Left elbow's at 90 degrees. Right hand over the top. Here we go. Push the hips out to 3 o'clock first, and then extend the arms out to 9. And now pull
the floor apart with your feet. Keep your legs nice and straight and don't let your ribs flare. Try to keep your ribs connected to your hips. Ease off, rotate the stick slightly, and again. Out to the side, passive stretch to 3 o'clock first, then activate by pushing the stick away, and now pull the floor apart. Those feet are driving out to 3 and 9. Make sure your head tilts also, because remember what we said about the side of the neck? Your head needs to tilt to hit that lateral tissue line. Come back to center and relax. Thank you again for joining me today. Stick Mobility, Naboso technology. It's a fantastic combination. I use it all the time to help link fascial lines together and systems together, especially for clients that don't really understand what we're trying to teach them. This way they get that feel. They know exactly what we're after once they felt it. Enjoy. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a good one.